There you are, lying on the cold, hard ground. You're born weighing about 200 pounds, covered in fuzzy fur, with this weird tube hanging from your face. That's your first day as a mammoth, and trust me, it doesn't get any better from there. Right when you pop out onto the frozen ground, life is already tough. No warm blankets, no cozy crib. Just the freezing ice age dirt saying, "Welcome to the world, kid." Hope you enjoyed hanging out inside your mom for 20 months, because things just got a whole lot worse. Your first challenge isn't even learning to stand up, though that's pretty hard with your shaky legs and that floppy trunk you have no idea how to use yet. Nope, your first real challenge is way grosser. You have to eat poop. Yeah, bon appetit. Baby mammoths need to eat their mom's dung to get the right gut bacteria so they can eventually digest plants. At least you get to wash it down with some milk. You'll drink your mom's milk for a couple of years, and it helps you grow big fast. And you'll need to grow quickly because there are plenty of hungry predators out there who'd love to make a meal out of a baby mammoth. If you need protection, don't bother looking around for your dad. He's long gone. Male mammoths don't stick around for childcare, they just show up, mate, and leave. But don't worry, this is totally normal in mammoth world. Single moms are the standard, and all the females in the herd help each other raise the babies. It's like a big furry support group. Home sweet home is the mammoth steppe, basically endless grasslands as far as you can see. Not exactly exciting to look at, and the food options are even more boring. The grown-up mammoths spend about 20 hours every day just eating grass. But when you need to pack on enough fat to survive winter, you can't be picky about what you eat. And speaking of winter, oh man, you're lucky you were born in spring, so you get a few months of decent weather before facing your first ice age winter. Better enjoy this warm-up period because the cold that's coming is no joke. Thank goodness for your built-in fur coat. You've got short, fuzzy underfur and long outer hairs that can grow up to 3 feet long. It's like wearing a heavy parka all the time, which is good because you can't take it off. Also, that weird trunk that seemed so useless when you were born? It actually becomes super handy. It has this special flattened part that lets you curl it up to keep the tip warm. And that's important because the tip doesn't have fur and nobody wants a frostbitten trunk. The first 6 months of your life are pretty boring. Follow the herd, drink milk, grow bigger, get your first tiny tusks. Things get more interesting in late summer when this huge male mammoth shows up. He's in what scientists would later call musth. Basically, he's full of hormones and super aggressive, which makes him a total jerk to be around. Luckily, he's not interested in you, but he's very interested in your mom. A total mammoth MILF. He's also interested in the other adult females. And let's just say the mating ritual isn't exactly romantic. The females don't seem to enjoy it much, but they don't get much choice in the matter. After a few weeks of spreading his grumpy attitude and his genes, the male leaves and many of the females end up pregnant. Then winter hits, and that's when you really learn what tough means. Food gets scarce, it gets ridiculously cold, and staying alive becomes the only thing that matters. The adults struggle to find enough to eat, digging through snow with their tusks to reach whatever sad little bits of grass might be hiding underneath. You're still young enough to live on mom's milk, which she keeps making even as she burns through her own fat reserves. Not everyone makes it through winter. Maybe an older female gets too weak to keep up and becomes an easy target for predators, or someone breaks through thin ice and drowns. Death is just part of life during the Ice Age winter, always lurking around the corner. When spring finally comes back, you get to experience your first major shedding. Your winter coat falls off in chunky patches, and you look pretty ridiculous for a while. But the warmer weather means more food, so your mom can fatten up again while still feeding you. You're also starting to try eating some plants yourself, using your new molars to munch on a bit of grass here and there. By your third year, you're drinking less milk and eating more plants. Your baby tusks have fallen out, and your forever tusks are growing in, and they'll keep growing your whole life. You're getting more independent, but you still need the herd for protection. That's super important because there are lots of predators out there. Wolves hunting in packs, hyenas with jaws strong enough to crush bones, and those terrifying saber-toothed cats with their huge fangs. But the most dangerous predator is just starting to show up. These weird two-legged creatures have begun appearing around the edges of your world. They're smaller than even the youngest mammoths, but they move in a way that's really unsettling. When they attack, they use sharp sticks and work together better than wolf packs. Your herd has lost members to these creatures, including your old matriarch, which was devastating and left everyone confused until another experienced female finally took over. Years go by in the same pattern: warm seasons for growing and cold seasons for surviving, times of plenty and times of hunger. When you're about 5, your mom has another baby, and suddenly you're not the center of attention anymore. It's nothing personal, just the reality of mammoth life. The new baby needs more care than you do now. When you hit 10 years old, things change again. The next time a bull mammoth visits, he doesn't ignore you anymore. Instead, he follows you around, sniffing your pee with great interest. Gross, right? His attention is scary. He's more than twice your size, with tusks longer than your whole body. When he mounts you, it's frightening and uncomfortable, but thankfully quick. After he does this several times, he eventually leaves, but now you're pregnant. After 20 months of pregnancy, you become a mom yourself, with all the challenges that brings. Now you're not just worried about staying alive. You've got this tiny, helpless calf that depends on you completely. You need to eat enough to make milk, build up fat for winter, and constantly watch out for predators. This kicks off a new cycle in your life. About 3 years raising a calf, followed by another 20-month pregnancy, over and over until you're around 40 years old. If you're lucky enough to live that long, you'll eventually stop having babies, but you'll stay with the herd. The oldest females often become the leaders, using their experience to guide everyone to food, water, and safety. But even if you dodge predators, starvation, disease, and those increasingly common two-legged hunters, there's one final problem waiting for you: your teeth. Unlike humans, mammoths don't just get one set of adult teeth. You get a series of molars throughout your life, with new ones moving forward in your jaw as older ones wear down. Your fifth and final set comes in when you're about 30, and when these wear out, that's it. No more teeth means no more eating, which means slowly starving to death. So that's mammoth life for you. From the moment you're born to your final toothless days, it's just one long fight against cold, hunger, and predators. And what do you get for surviving decades of hardship? A slow, painful death as your body gives out. So yeah, being born a mammoth definitely sucked in about a million ways.